What's up guys, this is Morgaming here and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're going to be in a Python again and doing deep core mining. I've already done a video on this on my channel, but it is a bit old. It was back in 2020, so not too old but a bit old, and things have changed. Different prices of course, and also I also thought I could do a better guide because that was a pretty crappy video. Took a long time on outfitting and basically everything, and sorta just was pretty boring to listen to too. But yeah, we're back in the Python here, as you can see, looking amazing. But yeah, we're back with mining, and you guys seem to absolutely love the mining videos on laser mining and core mining, so doing it again, partly for the views and partly for the fact that I did an awful one before. So we're gonna start off as we always do with outfitting, but yeah, let's get straight into it. Okay guys, so here we are in outfitting, and as you can see, this thing's jump range is very low. Nothing in the ship is engineered, so there's nothing too special, and this is very easy to make as a build. I have put this together quickly since I did not actually previously have a Python, and I did want to get one, so I haven't had the time to go out and engineer anything, but this will also make it easier to follow along to, and you won't need to go put in some extra work. But I'll tell you what you can engineer and what will help. But yeah, basically we'll start with hardpoints as we always do and move on from there. Okay guys, so in hardpoints here I've got, with simple weapons, basically 2 gimbal pulse lasers, easy to use and pretty powerful, as well as a single large multi-cannon cannon. But yeah, basically these are just some great things just for a good bit of combat availability for the ship, and also doesn't take up any room that we need, so it's just spare hard points that we might as well fill up with some weapons to keep us away from any pirates. Moving on, we have a seismic charge launcher. This is needed, as well as the 1D abrasion blaster. Seismic charge launcher always comes in a medium slot, no smaller, so you will need a ship with a medium hardpoint. You do not need to do this in the Python, but the Python is one of the best ships in the game for deep core mining and mining in general, so I definitely recommend the Python because it's absolutely amazing. Another great ship for this is the Crate Mark II, as well as an Asp Explorer lower down, and a Cobra if you're getting really low in the ship tiers. But yeah, if you got enough to buy a Python, the Python's probably the best ship in the game for mining in general, so this is an amazing ship. And your abrasion blaster right here is 1D and cannot go higher than 1D, so you need at least 1 medium hardpoint for this, so really any ship that you want, but those are some good ships for this. But yeah, that's basically it for hardpoints, so we'll move on to utilities and yeah, get into this. So here, basically the only things that we need is a pulse wave analyzer. That's it for core mining. I have just simply added a shield booster right here. It's A-rated. Point defense turrets on the underneath of my ship, and the reason for that is any hatch breaker limpets, the point defense can try shooting those off rather than missiles coming at me, just to prioritize me wanting to keep cargo. And then of course shaft here, just in case I'm trying to run from someone, which is unlikely, but might need it. So yeah, that's basically what we've got for utilities. Moving on to the core internals, I have normal alloys, just simple. You can upgrade these if you want, but yeah, not necessary of course. B-rated power plant. I know this does make it heavier and is not so good for traveling around, but for the purpose of this video and making this ship quickly, I wanted to keep the cost down, since the 7A power plant is about 30 million, 35 million actually, and this was 3 times less. So yeah, I just wanted to keep the price down. Otherwise, don't go with B-rated. B-rated is very heavy. Either go with A-rated or D-rated preferably, and C-rated if you need to. Thrusters here, I've gone with A-rated thrusters just so my mobility is the best, because in core mining you do actually need to have some pretty good mobility, since you'll be moving around an asteroid at some speeds where you'll be needing to be moving quite a bit at a good pace so you don't blow yourself up. Frameshift drive here, it's not engineered. I could put an engineered frameshift drive, this would help a heap and be able to get me to my destination very quickly, but aero frameshift drive, amazing, and does what I need to do. Life support can upgrade, of course, same with sensors here, can upgrade, not necessary. And power distributor I have not needed to upgrade. I will actually upgrade this right now because it is a great idea, since you'll be needing a power distributor for charging weapons. You might not need to A-rate it, but you would probably want something better than E-rated, so I will just A-rate it. Did cost me a bit. This ship in total has cost me about 92 million credits, since I was right on 300 mil when I started building the ship. But yeah, for everything else here, you don't need to change. Keep your fuel capacity up since it's a mining vessel. And we'll move on to optional internals. Okay guys, so right here, of course, because it's a mining ship, we are going to be wanting a good sized cargo capacity. So for the first 4 slots, 3 6 class and 1 5 class, we've gone with cargo racks. Now, in total, this gives us, I'm pretty sure it's approximately 210 tons of cargo, and for a medium class ship, that's actually amazing, very good, and very good for mining. So that's amazing, as well as being able to fit in all the stuff we need for deep core. So moving on to these things, I've got 5A collector limpet right here. I like A class collector limpets. I would go between A and B class depending on your preferences, because B class does have some upsides, as you can see here. This shortens limpet lifetime but has a slightly higher active range, so it's up to you, but I prefer A class. It is twice as expensive, but you know, just up to preference and also balance. But yeah, 5A collector limpets here, and as well to get another 2 collector limpets active, because you do want quite a few collector limpets active for this. Maybe not as many as you need for laser mining, but still quite a few. So we've got 5 here total, I'm pretty sure 3 plus 2, 5, and another 3A collector limpet. And in the middle here, in the 4 class, I have a 4A prismatic shield generator. 4A normal shield generator will do just fine, but I have prismatics, have them available, so might as well put them in there because stronger shields, and why not. Now, just below in the next 3 class, we have 3A prospector limpets. Now, you will be needing prospector. You can go with 1A prospector limpets, but I would recommend having 2 because it just makes it a little more useful, a little easier to use, and a little easier to get around. Next up, in our 2 slot, we have a 2A refinery. This 2A refinery is amazing. I don't think in any mining vessel you'll be needing more than this, since this refinery, it gives you 6 bins and doesn't have too high of a power draw, as well as pretty quick boot time, which doesn't really make a difference, doesn't matter. But yeah, the 6 bins helps a lot, especially for such a low class thing. And you don't really need any more than 6. You're not going to be mining that much unless you are doing laser mining, but still with very few forms of laser mining you'll be needing more than that. But yeah, 6 bins, absolutely fine. 2A refinery, definitely recommended. And the only other thing that you need is a detailed surface gun. That finishes off the whole build. Very easy to get, and it is a bit expensive, but if you can afford the rest, you can afford this. It's about 220k, so a bit for a scanner, but you know, it's fine. But yeah, that's the ship absolutely done. As you can see, we've got some pretty good top speeds here, pretty atrocious jump range, but for a mining ship it's okay. And of course, chuck delivery on there because you're gonna make yourself look good. And yeah, with the outfitting out of the way, let's get into actually doing the mining. Okay guys, so we are here in the system, the Honoto system. I'm just going to call it that. As you guys probably know, I cannot pronounce anything in this game, but we're just going to stick with that for now. But you guys do not need to follow me here, this is not necessary. This is just a good nearby system to where I was, a Shanata Desra. But yeah, basically, nearby system, close to get to, close to film this video. There are better places in the bubble that, or just outside it, that have, say, multiple overlapping void opal hotspots, which is the mineral that we will be mining, and I'll explain that in a second. But yeah, this is close. I know it has void opal hotspots, and I just decided why not go here. But yeah, let's go to the system map, and I'll show you what you'll be needing to find. So as you can see here, there are a bunch of ringed planets around here, and I'm pretty sure previously I've gone and scanned all these rings. I'm not sure if I've scanned all of them, but I know all of them have reasonably good hotspots on them. But as you can see here, if you come over here and check the info section, you can see that this system has pristine reserves, and this is what you're going to be looking for. If you're starting out, you'll be looking for at least major or pristine reserves. Anything below that's not really worth it, and you won't be finding void opals fast at all. But yeah, pristine reserves, especially if you've been mining for a while, you know pristine reserves are definitely what you're going to be needing. I haven't mapped this planet yet, so we might travel here and see what we can get. As you can see, it's a bit of a travel away, 2,500 light years, like seconds, not light years. Light years would be awful. But yeah, it's not too far, and this first one is 1,700. But yeah, basically what you need to be looking for is pristine reserves in your system. Every planet here should have pristine reserves if you, the first one does. Sometimes it varies, I'm not sure exactly why. I'm pretty sure it's just from overall usage of a certain planet. But this has pristine reserves, and that's what you're going to be looking for. The next thing that you need to be looking for is ice rings. This is the only place where void opals spawn, as well as low temperature diamonds, which is another available mineral to mine here. But currently, void opals are selling for an okay price, around 500k each per ton. So yeah, we're going to be mining void opals, but you need icy rings. I'm pretty sure every single planet here has a set of icy rings on it, so it's absolutely amazing. But we're going to head over to the second planet here, and I'll show you the next step in this process. But that's basically what you're going to be looking for planets to mine. Okay guys, so we're here, we're getting very close to the planet, 9 seconds away. This took approximately 40 seconds of travel, so really not that long, and honestly I'd be willing to travel 10,000 light seconds to get to one of these planets, since you'll be spending quite a bit of time here doing some mining, so it's not really going to make too much of a difference. But we've scanned this planet, and we're going to be wanting to pull up our fire groups right here and find the surface scanner. So switch modes, apparently. No, okay, sorry. You need to be in analytics mode, but just come in here until it says you are too fast, or just it stops saying out of range. But as you can see, if we slow down here, the surface scanner icon, it goes red, and we can now use it. Just before we do use this, I will like to go over fire groups. You can just look through here, see what I have. In the first lot, just got weapons, of course. Then moving on, we have the detailed surface scanner and some shaft, just in case I need that. This is in order of what I'll be using them, which I find is really easy and really easy to get through. So next up we have Pulse Wave Analyzer and Prospector Limpets, Pulse Wave in primary and Prospector in secondary. Then finally well, not finally, but then the Seismic Charge Launcher and Abrasion Blaster and Collector Limpets. So that's basically what I've got for my fire groups, and that works absolutely fine. So coming back here, we want to aim around at the rings and just simply click on whichever side your fire groups are on. So I'm just going to click right here, and as you can see, we go into this menu. Now if I aim it at the planet here, you'll see that it will just like give me icons, and they'll basically, this little marker here, so it'll land directly on the horizon of that planet. Now if I aim over here, you'll see that this will loop around and hit the planet, and until this goes away, you'll see I'll miss everything. But right here, you'll see that it says ring, and this prospector, or yep, whatever this is, limpet, jet, rocket, whatever the hell this is, it will hit the ring because it says ring. So I can just fire this wherever I want where it says ring. So I'm just going to do that here, just simply click it, and you can watch it go through. So we'll hop back in here, and as you can see, this big ring loops around the planet and smashes into each other. And as you can see, this is the best planet at all for this, but that's basically how the surface scan works, and that's how we're going to be doing it. But if we come over here, it says we have our hotspots. So we have a tritium hotspot and an alexandrite hotspot. So unfortunately this does not have void opals, but I'll head back to the first planet because I know that does have them. But that's basically the surface scanner part right there, and I'll get you guys once we are getting into our mining. What's up guys, and welcome to the laggiest moment in the world. Don't know why my frames have died so much, but yeah, it's going great. Okay guys, here we go. Not sure what just happened there. I was looking at my FPS counter and apparently I got down to 20 and then it all fixed itself and got back to 150, so not too sure what happened there, but it's in the past now, everything's fine. So here we go, we're at the rings, we have our void opal hotspot here, and this is basically the part of entry which I will explain for you guys. But basically just follow the lines of the rings here, and we want to be landing somewhere in the yellow, in the close to the center but not quite, and I'll demonstrate right here. So the center of this hotspot's right about here. Come in nice and smooth, and basically we want to land on the brightest of yellow in one of these strips of rings right here. So this strip right here looks pretty bright, but I'll just pick one of them that seems to be close to the hotspot, probably this one actually, right here. But we're at a decent distance, so I'll just pop down right into the brightest part of this ring, and just like that. Very simple. Just wait for it to automatically take you out of Super Cruise, and you can just dive down here. And the reason we drop in just a little bit from the rings and also pointing at the hotspot is just as a point of reference, so we don't do circles around and loop back on ourselves and end up just constantly trying to find fissure asteroids in the exact same place. But we're here now, we're going to open up our hard points, and we want to be in our group with the prospectors and the pulse waves. Also, recommendation, come over here and just put on, never mind, up here, and put on night vision. Also, if you do get scanned by pirates, as long as you have a full inventory of limpets or just a completely empty inventory with no minerals, you'll be fine. Just only worry about them once you actually start having things on board. But yeah, just put night vision on because it makes it easier to see fissures, and I'll explain this in a second. And also I'll leave a link to an image of all fissure asteroids for these void opals in, yeah, I'll just leave a link in the description for you guys to go access. But basically what we want to do here is we want to just fire off our pulse wave analyzer just like this, and just point towards the void opal hotspot. And you can use your free look just to look around your cockpit, and I'll show you guys once I do find one, but you're going to be wanting for a very bright yellow looking asteroid. As you can see, these asteroids glow a bit, and this basically just shows off the sort of value of their mineral content. I'm not sure if that's exactly what it does, but it's basically that. It just shows off sort of the value of the minerals inside of them, and like how filled up these asteroids are with minerals. So we're just going to go across here, and that is a nice bright one there, but there are some certain shapes, and you'll see those shapes in the image that is in the description. Once you've done this a couple times, you'll get used to what you're going to be looking for, and I'd recommend cruising through either the top or bottom of these rings, just to make it easier. The asteroid is pretty bright, so I might check it just quickly, but yeah, basically just go around here doing this, and I'll catch you guys once I find a fissure asteroid. Okay guys, so I have found a suspect up here. This is the perfect shape and also nice and bright. So right here, this is the sort of brightness you want to be looking for, and as you can see, this asteroid has heaps of bumps and lumps on it. So this is basically the sort of asteroid you'll be looking for. Now, this is the reason for night vision here, and this is a great thing to do if you have a small cargo space and a low on limpets, is go around the asteroid and look for these things right here. These are fissures, and this means this asteroid is a core asteroid. But as you can see with night vision, they're very easy to see, and if I come over and turn night vision off, as you can see, they're still visible, but slightly harder to find, and they're very visible with this. But I'll fire a prospector into this asteroid, and we'll see if this is void opal. So as you can see here, this is our void opal asteroid, and you'll see down the bottom a highlighted section that says it's core mineral, and it says void opal. So this is what we're looking for. This is going to be great. And yeah, basically the asteroids you'll be looking for if you don't go look at that photo is just asteroids that are pretty lumpy, and if you do this for a while you'll see this sort of stereotypical asteroid shape. But now we're going to switch over to our seismic charge launcher fire group, and what we want to do is come over here to contacts and just scroll through all of these and try to find a fissure that says low strength. So low strength is right here. Fortunately, there's only one of them, but this will work fine. We'll just need to work around that issue. Right here, basically what you want to do is your seismic charge launcher. If I fire this out into the distance, it has 3 different levels of charge in them. So basically, that was the strongest charge you can fire, and you can fire lower amounts. But to start off, always try to find a low strength fissure. If you can't find any, just go with average and do the exact same thing. But I'll demonstrate here. If we fire full charge into a low strength to start with, as you can see here, it has a detonation yield bar that comes up. And now we can go find a average strength fissure, which is right over here. And we'll do the exact same thing until we get this in the red here, and if you have the default HUD colors, it will be blue for you. But we'll charge up this fully again, and as you can see, we're getting close, but we're not quite in it, so we'll find another fissure. This can be high strength, this will work just fine, but we don't want to fire a fully charged one into this, because otherwise we will go over. So we'll just find this here. And as you can see, there is a countdown time, so you will need to get out of here before that, but we'll fire a single strength one, and that is perfect. You basically want one line in the correct detonation yields, and basically looking just like that. So that is the perfect detonation yield that we want. Now, just while this is detonating, what you can do over here is you can come to this panel. You want to be at least 2 kilometers away, I would say. That's a nice distance without your ship being affected. You can come to one of these fissures that you've already put something into, and you can click detonate now. Now, if you do go over the detonation yield, you can always use this disarm charge, and this will basically do a small 3-second countdown, and it will get rid of the charge, and you can redo that final charge. But basically, that's how that works if you do go over. But I'll use detonate now just to get this to go off in 10 seconds, and once you have this done, you can do that whenever you want. But 3, 2, 1, and in my opinion, this is one of the coolest forms of mining just because of this. It's one of the coolest things I've seen in Elite Dangerous, apart from one of those high conflict zones with the capital ships, but this is definitely one of the coolest forms of mining, if not the coolest. And yeah, it basically just does this with the asteroid and looks absolutely amazing. But we're going to come in here, we're going to deploy our cargo scoop and switch over to the next segment. As you can see, there's these little things that sort of look like crystals on the side, and these are what you call deposits. And you can use your abrasion blaster just like this to fire a shot at them, and they will break off. And these things right here are void opal deposits, and you can just fire off your collection limpets, and your collection limpets should go off and collect all of these and take them to your cargo scoop. So try to make sure your cargo area isn't covered by a rock, or you want too close to any piece of asteroid, just to make your limpets last longer, because if a limpet does hit a piece of asteroid, they will die and you'll have to fire more. So that's just a good thing for efficiency. But just move around the asteroid, and this is why thrusters do come in pretty handy, just to be able to move around as well as possible. I am not great with accuracy right now, but as you can see, pretty easy, and there's no limit on these, basically. I'm pretty sure the sooner you do pick them up, the more void opal you will get, but honestly, overall, it doesn't matter too much. Just try to be reasonably efficient, and you'll do just fine. But yeah, just position your ship, try not to roll too much, try to make it easy for the limpets to access your cargo hold. But we'll just shoot off all these, and if you think you've shot them all off, you can come over here, and as you can see, we have shot these all off. There's just the deposits left, but if you haven't, it will show up in your contacts, so you can use that just like that. But that's basically the asteroid bind. As you can see, if we come into the external camera here, there's just these last ones that are putting this into our cargo bay. Not sure what's happening back there, but as you can see, we have 6 void opals, and we can pop out again. Not sure if this is a visual glitch, but these limpets seem to still have their cargo. Probably just a bug. Seems to be fine. Oh, there are some more things that we do need to get, so I'm not sure what's happening here. Oh, so basically cargo capacity is filled up, so we need to abandon some limpets, and you can do these just like I would do in sets of 10. You shouldn't need any more than that, and you can even do this in sets of 5 for this. But just to start with, you do want to be filling up your full cargo hold with limpets. But there we go, we've got 12 void opals now, and as you can see, there's just a whole bunch of limpets that I have chucked out. They should be all falling down. Voice died. But yeah, that's basically coal mining right there, and that's basically all you need to do. And then you can go onto a website like ADDB and quickly search up where you can sell the minerals, and just find a station that you can quickly fly over to and sell for approximately 500,000 credits. Now, if you're efficient enough and get some decent RNG, this could probably still make around, or maybe close to, 100 million credits per hour. I'll put that in the title there, but a more realistic profit is probably around 70 million per hour, or maybe 50 million if you're pretty unlucky. But this sort of relies on decent RNG for finding asteroids. I'm pretty sure all mining sort of does that. But yeah, basically that's it for the guide. That's all you need to know. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you are up to this part of the video and you're finding this helpful and enjoying it, make sure to hit the subscribe button, because only 3% of you guys are subscribed, so it really helps me out, and hopefully I can push for 1,000 subscribers by 2022. That would be absolutely amazing, and we're getting close to 69,000 views on the channel, so that's gonna be a fun milestone to hit. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.